Hey, boys and girls, how's it going? So, it has been a minute since we've uploaded. I know, I apologize, I've just been hella busy. But, oh boy, do we have a shit ton of stuff we gotta talk about, boys. There has been so much going on in the UFC lately. Um, Obviously, it's UFC 326. It is fight week, boys. BMF title, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira, the rematch that we have waited for so fucking long is finally here, boys and girls, and you have no idea how hyped I am for it. Now, I do want to talk about, before we get into kind of that, which is kind of the main topic of today's video, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the light heavyweight division. As I'm sure you guys have heard, Alex Beta has officially said he has moved up to heavyweight. So he's vacated the belt. Yuri Prochazka and Carlos Ulberg will be fighting, I believe, in UFC 327 for the vacant title. So that's going to be really cool. We might get to see another Yuri title run. That would be amazing. That would be like my fucking wet dream. And we're also going to get to see who, in my opinion, is the only real guy in the entire UFC division who actually has a solid chance of becoming the first ever three division champ. And, the thing about Alex Beta, dude, is I feel like he's in such a good position to do it. He's like 38 years old, but he's moving up to heavyweight, right? He's moving up to an even slower, older division. And his entire style, his style ages so well. Like, you compare him to someone like Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, his style didn't age well. Very agile, very athletic style. Didn't age very well, right? We could see this as he got older. He got slower and slower and slower, got caught a whole lot more, got injured a whole lot more, right? His style just was not a good long-term style. Alex Beta, though, when his entire style is just kind of counters, insane punch power, very, very high fight IQ, he's got a really great style that I think he could even be fighting into his 40s, dude. And still do really well. And on top of that, I've made a video about this. The heavyweight division is fucking ass. I it's such a shallow, bad division that I'm convinced he can at least be number one contender, right? There are maybe two people who I think in this entire division give him any trouble, and that's Cito Gunn and Tom Aspinall. Both of these guys, I think, could give him some trouble. More so Tom Aspinall than Cito Gunn. The thing about Cito Gunn is that I don't know anything that Cito Gunn can do that Beta can't do better. He's just a kickboxer. That's all he is. And in my opinion, there's very few people in the UFC who have kickboxing accolades to the degree that Alex Beta does. He is one of, if not the best kickboxers in the entire UFC right now. And I know some people will say that Izzy is a better kickboxer than him, but Izzy's old, dude. Izzy's fucking washed. Izzy has yet to do and have a good fight in, 2-3 fights? He's lost a shit ton of fights, right? I think he's the best kickboxer in the entire UFC right now, in my opinion, right? So I don't see anything that Cito Gunn is going to do to him that's going to give Beta a whole lot of trouble. Beta's a big boy, dude. This is not a situation where, Cito Gunn's so much bigger than him, he's going to outsize him. We know Cito Gunn doesn't have wrestling. He has very poor wrestling. I don't think he has any better wrestling than Yuri Prochazka, right? Who Alex Beta beat twice, right? I think the only real threat for Alex Beta in the heavyweight division is Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall has, I think, the highest level wrestling that Alex Beta is ever going to face. Now, let me just say this. With Tom Aspinall, his fight against Cito Gunn, in the first round, I get it was the first round. He was working. They were both. It's a fight, right? You got to see the entire fight play out before you can make an educated decision. But I just feel like Tom Aspinall would just fucking rugby tackle Alex Beta to the fucking mat and submit him, right? But we don't know. We've yet to kind of see. We've really yet to see Alex Beta have his takedown defense really, really tested. I mean, Ankalaev didn't really take him down. He kind of just fucking cage fucked him for 25 minutes, and that was kind of how he beat Alex Beta. So that's my rant about Alex Beta. Obviously, we have UFC 327, which is Carlos Ulberg versus Yuri Prochazka. Man, that's going to be a good fight, dude. #1 contender versus an absolute monster. Hasn't lost in like what 10 years except to Beta. Going to be a hella good fight. Going to be very interesting. We'll obviously cover that when we get closer to UFC 327. But let's talk about the main thing for today's video. The BMF belt. Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. And guys, these are two of the most liked guys in the entire UFC division. Like, this is going to be a fight that whether Charles wins or Max wins, I'm going to walk away fucking heartbroken. Right? And I feel like it's one of those fights that is one of the few good BMF fights. You know, the BMF belt, and I agree with a lot of people when they say this, is kind of perceived as a cheesy belt. And I agree. Like, I don't really get what the point of the fucking BMF belt is. Like, to me, the baddest motherfucker of the division, at least, is the guy who holds the title. If you hold a title in a UFC division, that's pretty fucking badass. Right? That's just me. That's just me yapping, though. So, I feel like this is the only fight in BMF history. I mean, maybe you could make an argument of Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje being a good fight as well. But I feel like this is two guys who actually deserve to be baddest motherfucker. All right? I feel like they both deserve it. And it's a rematch that we've been waiting to see for fucking ages. So there is that as well. That's a fucking huge part of it. You know, this fight has me concerned for Charles. I'm going to be real with you. Okay? Charles Oliveira, if you look at his style, has notoriously, I mean, his entire career has had bad defense. Right? It's always been counteracted. His bad defense has always been counteracted by the fact that he has fucking nuclear offense. Right? I mean, let's look at his title run. Right? Beats Michael Chandler for the belt. Gets fucking hurt in the first round. Then he has Justin Gaethje. Then he has Dustin Poirier. All three of those fights, dude, he gets fucking hurt. Bad. Like, almost finished. In oftentimes the first round, I mean, with Dustin Poirier, got hurt bad multiple times. Almost finished in the first round. Very similar story with the Justin Gaethje fight. Very similar story with the Michael Chandler fight. Then he comes back and he makes a fucking, just has nuclear offense. Hits you one time, you go down, takes your back, fucking submits you. Finishes Michael Chandler. Submits Justin Gaethje. Submits Dustin Poirier, which out of those three guys, submitting Dustin Poirier is really fucking impressive. Dustin Poirier has some underrated BJJ, dude. Really good BJJ. So, I feel like we're in a position where very similar story is going to happen with Max Holloway. Max Holloway is going to hurt him in the first round or the second round. And my concern is he going to be able to is he going to be able to recover from that? Max Holloway has amazing finishing instincts. He gets you hurt and he has it's insane pressure. It's insane volume. And he has got fucking bombs, dude. He has insane power in his hands. So I'm left in a position where I have to ask myself, if he hurts Charles, is Charles going to be able to recover from that? And that's a legitimate issue. You know, I struggle to see Charles Oliveira not getting finished in the first or second round. I do. I love Charles Oliveira. I hope he wins. I want him to win. But his defense is so sketchy, I have a hard time believing in him. I really do. His defense is so fucking sketchy. I have a fucking heart attack every time I watch Charles Oliveira. Right? And really and truly, I don't see Charles Oliveira getting the fight to the ground unless he drops Max Holloway. Like, maybe he throws a leg kick. Maybe he gets a well-timed leg kick and sweeps him. But, again, Charles Oliveira, another issue with Charles Oliveira, he's never had great wrestling. Right? He's not necessarily a crazy elite wrestler. He's not Arman. He's not Islam. He's not Khabib. Right? he has good jiu-jitsu, but actually getting the fight to the ground, most of the time it's because he hurts his opponent, he drops them, then he just jumps on them. Instead of going for ground and pound, he uses his BJJ to finish the fight. Or he gets taken down himself, reverses the position, and submits you. And Max Holloway has some really good fucking takedown defense. We saw that in the Brian Ortega fight. So I just have such a hard time, I think he's going to struggle on the feet. I think he's going to struggle to get the fight to the ground. And I'm concerned. I don't know if he has what it takes to not get fucking dropped and finished if Max Holloway lands a good clean shot. That being said, okay, all those doubts in my mind being said, if Charles Oliveira can take Max Holloway's back, the fight is fucking done. It's GG's. It can go either way, boys. It's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. I'm not even gonna make a call. Okay? Because I think it's such a 50-50 fight. I think this fight can go either way. I truly do. It's gonna be such a good fight. I'm hyped. I'm so excited that this is gonna be a banger fight, dude. I'm so excited. And who knows? Maybe we'll get to see Charles be BMF. The only thing I hope for this fight, at the end of the day, I'd be happy if Max Holloway wins. I'd be happy if Charles Oliveira wins. The only thing I hope is I really hope Charles Oliveira doesn't get knocked out. Right? He's already been knocked out by Ilya. I think getting knocked out by Max as well could really hurt his career. Right? I just don't want Charles to take too much damage in this fight. I want to see Charles have some more fights. I want to see Charles have success. So, end of the day, I don't know, dude. This fight could go either way. I think both of these guys have potential to finish each other. I think Max Holloway can knock Charles Oliveira out. I think Charles Oliveira, if he can get the fight to the ground, can submit Max Holloway. Hell, he's even got pretty decent striking. Maybe he can knock Max Holloway out. I'd be incredibly surprised if I saw that. But yeah, dude, it is going to be such a good fight, and I'm so excited for it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.